Hello, students. Welcome to another amazing session. And in today's session, we will be treating past questions on the topic Concord and Lexis and structures. All right. So, quickly, what is Concord? Concord is simply the agreement or proximity. What is proximity? Proximity is also referred to as closeness between a subject and a verb in a sentence. All right. Now, for every sentence to make sense, there has to be the presence of concord in it. Okay. And then we have the types of concord. Right. We have the proximity concord and lots more. We have the grammatical concord, we have the notional concord, we have the measurement concord. All right. So we'll move straight to the first question. Question one. All right. It says, oh, let me quickly read the directives and then move to the question. From the word letter A to D, choose the word or group of words that best completes each of the following sentences. Question one. Many a dash to understand me. A. Many a man fail to understand me. B. Many a man fails to understand me. C. Many a man fails to understand me. And D. Many a man fails to understand me. Now, I'd like you to know that this falls on the measurement concord, all right? So it simply means that the subject is not just standing alone, it's a collective thing. All right, so A cannot be the answer because it is a measurement concord. All right, so it is many a man. A says many a man fails to understand me, which is not the answer. And then we quickly skip to C, all right, to keep you yearning. So we skip to option C. Option C says many a man fails to understand me. Like I said, this is a measurement concord. So that is not obvious. It's obviously not the answer. And then D, option D says many a man fails to understand me. All right. The object and the subject there, they are not really intertwined. And so D is not the answer. And then we move back to B, which is many a man fails to understand me. It is a demonstrative a singular a singular word or a singular noun. All right, so it has to be proximity. So the man there carries a whole lot of men. All right, so many a man fails to understand me. So even if you bring all the old men together, they will still not understand what you're trying to say. All right, so that B, option B, is obviously the answer to that question. All right, so let's move on to question 2, and I read. Mr. Jude made the meeting dash his poor health. A. Mr. Jude made the meeting even though his poor health. B. Mr. Jude made the meeting in spite of his poor health. C. Mr. Jude made the meeting in spite of his poor health. And D. Mr. Jude made the meeting despite that his poor health. All right, so I'd like you all to know that option A is very wrong because in this context, it is not right. All right, you can't say Mr. Jude made the meeting even though his poor health. Okay, he was aware and still just decided to do something. So the people will say, oh, this man is doing this, okay, and all of that. Basically trying to get people to look at him a certain way. So that is not it, that word, even though it's not the right word for that context. And then B, moving back to Concord, okay, a lot of people do not know that there are some words or some phrases in Concord that should be separated, all right? Okay, so there shouldn't be a proximity, there should be closeness. You don't conjoin words together. There are some words or some phrase you do not conjoin to make a sentence like this. Be in spite of, there is in spite together, and then there is a space before the off. That is wrong, all right? That's so wrong. And then we have D. Let's skip to D. D is Mr. Jude made the meeting despite that his poor health. That is a wrong grammatical structure, so that's wrong. And then C is the answer. I'll tell you why. Mr. Jude made the meeting in spite of. Like I said, there has to be spaces. Some phrase, some words cannot look really nice for a context or in an English context, or it cannot be Concord worthy if there is no space in it. So this particular option C, and this answer is suitable because it follows the rule of Concord. Do you understand? So Mr. Jude made the meeting in spite of his poor health. All right, so we've come to the end of today's session. See you in the next session.